My accident happened in 1999. What happened was when I was 18, I broke my neck in a snowboarding accident, and I was never supposed to walk again. Life really was like just getting going for me, and the doctors told me that they basically said it was hopeless. They said you're never going to walk again. You'll be lucky if you can breathe on your own again, and eating and everything. It was a really bad prognosis. So luckily, though, they were wrong, and I had the opportunity to continue to get things back, and I continued to push with what I had. And so I got better. I got stronger. I learned to walk again, and I just started to live my life again in a new way, in a different way. Having a disability, going through the world, you learn to be a lot more cautious. So I naturally have to take things slow anyway, but you add another layer of like, am I going to be able to do this? How is this going to work out for me? Am I going to be safe in this situation? And so you run everything, every event, every experience, like the possibility of the experience through this filter of how is this going to work out for me? One of the things, the thing that really changed my life was going to Day on the Lake. Day on the Lake is Arizona's only adaptive water sports program. It's put on every year by the Barrow Neurological Institute, and it gives people affected by disabilities the opportunity to wakeboard, water ski, jet ski, kayak, and just really have a day of fun out on the water with their friends and family. A lot of different opportunities there. My friend Joe, who was my recreational therapist when I was at the Barrow Institute doing all my rehab, she's the one who puts on the event, who's kind of founded it and spearheads it every year. And every year since I got hurt, she'd asked me to come. I really didn't want to do it just because I was afraid. It was a new experience. I had no idea what I was in for. And I didn't want to risk it. It's like, I don't want to get hurt again. Finally, though, I said yes. I finally went out and I did it. Once I got out there on the lake and just saw all the people there to keep you safe, it really sets your mind at ease. And then just the experience of being on the water for the first time is incredible. It was really like nothing I had experienced since I had gotten hurt. I loved adrenaline. I loved to go fast. It was amazing. It was just it changed my head. It opened my mind to the possibilities of other things I could do. The first time I went to Day on the Lake, it was 2014. I went out and I just did the sit skiing. It's safe and easy. Basically anybody can do it. They put you in a wheelchair on skis and drag you around the lake, and it's easy and it's incredibly fun and exhilarating. While I was there, I saw another kid who's affected. He had a traumatic brain injury wakeboarding, and his name was Austin, and I saw that and I was like, man, that's something I want to do. And he made it look so easy, and I just thought like, if he can do that, maybe that's something I can do. I set a goal to do it. That was in 2015. In my head, I set the goal to do it the very next year, but it flew away. I lost it. I didn't write it down. I didn't tell anybody. It just didn't become a reality. So in June of this year, I went out to Day on the Lake again, and I saw another kid wakeboarding. I was reminded that that's something I want to try. I set a goal for myself in June to wakeboard in September, and I just need to work out anyway. It's something that I have to do just to be healthy. It's just hard for me to keep up with though. So having a goal to do something fun at this event, it really gave me the motivation I needed to be in the gym all the time, which is what I should be doing anyway. So I set the goal, I started working out, and in September I wakeboarded for the first time. It was amazing. It was like the best feeling in the world. It was great on multiple levels. Like one, just getting up and feeling it was incredible, but having set a goal, having decided I wanted to do that, and being determined and then achieving it was incredible. That was probably just as exhilarating as the experience of wakeboarding itself. Day on the Lake really gave me the confidence I needed to take the next step to pursue the things I wanted to do, which is something that they found happens to lots of people who go out there. over 2/3 of the people who go to Dan the Lake for the first time feel empowered or have the inner courage to go on and do something else that they've always wanted to do. So I'd wanted to be a stand-up comic. I think everybody wants to be a stand-up comic, but it was one of those things I just had living inside of me. For me, it was comedy. For other people, it's just getting a job, or maybe going on a date, or pursuing other fun activities, just getting out of the house, which for a lot of people affected by disabilities is something that is just tough to do. So I really wanted to give back, and I had an idea to put on just a show. That was, since I started doing comedy, I knew this was something that they had given to me. I wanted to use that to give back to them. So I went and I met with the people at Barrows, and we put together a stand-up comedy show. And that was the first event I did to raise money for Dan the Lake. It was from that meeting that I found out just how much it cost to put the whole event on. And I met with them. I found out that it costs $45,000 every year to put the event on. I made it my 5-year goal to figure out how to raise $45,000 every year to pay for Dan the Lake after that. So that's really what I'm trying to do. That's my goal for this. What I need is I need your help. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to raise the money every year. This is just like the first year of 5. But I've started hosting events, putting together these videos, and more than anything, I'm just reaching out to you because I know that you're the one who's going to be able to help me do this. At any rate, I just love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your story. If you're a person who's been to Dan the Lake and it's affected you in a positive way, I want to hear that story too, because that's what's going to change people's lives. Telling the stories and telling how doing one thing led to another that led to another. That's how life is. That's how you make change. You have to start somewhere, and that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to give people affected by disabilities the opportunity to start change in their lives, to change their lives in a positive way. And I'd love it if you'd be a part of that with me and help support me in that goal of raising this money for Dan the Lake every year. Yeah, so if you're interested in giving to this event, supporting Dan the Lake, or just helping support me, you want to get in touch with me, all the information is in the link below. Please reach out, donate. We need your help.